I was looking up info on Axeman at Cutter's Creek 2 when I stumbled upon this. What? Snake Outta Compton. My first thought?
Is snakes out there this big?
My second one was, I'm surprised it's not Shark Outta Compton. This is a movie from 2018. Why am I reviewing it now? So the movie's a few years old. Considering most people weren't even aware of it, myself included, I figured why not? Let me start off with, this movie is stupid. It's not what I would classify as a good movie. That said, is it a fun movie? Oh yes. If you're looking for stupid, you've come to the right place. The movie's about a snake that falls out of a plane and lands in Compton. A genius named Verkle finds the dead snake and rescues one of its eggs. He shoots it with a super laser he developed to make it into a giant snake. It escapes and proceeds to eat people and get bigger, all while Verkle and others try to stop it. Sorta. See, Verkle's roommates are trying to get a record deal while being chased by a loan shark gang leader, as well as a cop who's doing his best Denzel Washington in Training Day. His name's even Denz. This movie is largely parodies, homages, and references to other properties. The aforementioned Training Day, Mortal Kombat, Family Matters, Snakes on a Plane, Speed, Troll 2, 8 Mile, I think, and others. Also, obviously, Straight Outta Compton. This movie is dumb. Really dumb. But I couldn't stop watching it. Let me get the bad out of the way first. The effects were probably the worst. The snake was really bad CG, but still better than some other knockoff movies I've seen. I will admit, later in the movie, there's a snake-human hybrid, and the mask they used was real and looked good. Kind of like Reptile from Mortal Kombat. The acting was about what you would expect. Nothing Oscar-winning, but nothing flat-out terrible. It was good enough for a movie like this. I think what probably helped the actors was that everyone seemed to be having a good time, which I'm sure factored into their performance. The cop Denz was played by Justin Thenny, who was the director of Axeman at Cutter's Creek 2. I also noticed that Ariel Brackfield from Axeman 2 was in this as well. She was pretty funny as the agent trying to help the band get a record deal. The movie took itself just seriously enough, which was barely. I appreciated that. They tried to play this serious, it wouldn't have worked. With all the references and downright stupid moments, it made it easier to laugh along with, and even to overlook the less than great CG snake. The movie moved along at a good pace and never really stayed with any scene too long. It went from shot to shot and didn't give you that much time to dwell on how goofy it was. The concept is just hilarious. Taken straight out of Compton, a fairly serious movie about the rise of gangster rap in the 90s, mostly the formation of NWA, and going full ham with it, making it about a rap group fighting a giant snake. I like that they knew that this was dumb and just went for it. I will say, this is another movie best enjoyed with a group. I saw it solo and thought it was funny, but watching it with a group of friends goofing on it would have been a blast. So if you decide to check this out, see if you can do it with a bunch of bad movie-loving friends. As far as the technical details, the movie was fine. It was well framed, and aside from my usual gripe with these, that it was clearly shot on digital, it was okay. Audio was good, the acting was fine, and the structure worked. No real complaints about anything other than the bad CG. I'm enjoying this wave of low-budget comedy projects. It's not always going to work, but I'll take a bunch of filmmakers with a few $1,000 trying to make something entertaining, other than a $200 million bloated bore fest. And I'm not saying that all big-budgeted movies are bad. If you're reading that, you're missing my point. Anyway, Snake Outta Compton is an idiotic, low-budget, intentional comedy. In other words, a good time for the right person or people. I can't see myself watching this again, but I enjoyed seeing it once. Will this kind of movie get old? Yeah, there's only so many times you can make something bad where it's still good. I've seen so many movies where they try to make something good bad, but ultimately end up making something that is just bad. It's tricky to get right, although the best are still the movies like The Room and Birdemic, where they're trying to make something good, and it winds up being that magical kind of bad. Oh, and there's a little mid-credits stinger. I don't think they were trying to set up a sequel. I think it was just to squeeze in another joke. Snake Outta Compton is currently on Tubi if interested.